BJP leader Dinesh Trivedi, who's joining us. He earlier was in the Trinamool and had been part of Dr. Manmohan Singh's cabinet as Railways Minister. Dinesh ji, you worked with Dr. Manmohan Singh in different capacities at a time when the nation mourns our former Prime Minister. Your thoughts and remembrances of our former PM?
Well, like every one of us, very sad. And I definitely remember him as a senior colleague. He always used to call that you all are my colleagues. And I think he was one of the most democratic Prime Minister. And he gave us all the leeways to express whatever we wanted to as far as our ministry was concerned. And I remember during Teesta agreement, we had a lot of difference of opinion, but he took it in the stride. And I do remember he always said, let history judge me. And I'm sure the history is going to judge him as one of the most capable Prime Minister anywhere in the world. And we definitely would miss him. And like I said, he was very, very humble. And yes, after his PM, I was with him in the Finance Committee. And in spite of being ex-Prime Minister of India, in the Finance Committee, he was as humble as ever.
You're saying that history will judge him. We're seeing a comment from Narendra Modi as well. He's put out this post. If you were to look at everything that's happened, you're now a political opponent of the Congress. You were earlier an ally. What is your assessment of how history would judge Dr. Manmohan Singh, Dinesh?
No, I'm sure history, those who have worked with him, I'm sure history is going to judge him as a person who really came at the time when India wanted to reform, and India has changed after that. And he might have looked like a weak Prime Minister, but let me tell you, he was very firm on his convictions. And he was a very practical person. And like I said, he had a great equation with Pranab Mukherjee. And both of them in the cabinet meetings would really work as a team. And we had a free flow exchanges of words, heated arguments. I must remember one thing that many times during the cabinet meeting, a lot of news used to go. Somebody used to send messages to television of breaking news and all. So some of us complained that, PM, this is what is happening. He said, I have two choices. Either I tell my colleagues to keep the phone outside, or I trust them. And I definitely would like to trust them. And those who are doing it will also get a message. So this is what his approach was. He really trusted. And when it came to the railway ministry, and when I presented my budget to him to have a look at it, he said, Dinesh, if you can raise the fares, then I think you'll get a Bharat Ratna. That sort of a thing, he used to tell. And in his own right, he was very jovial. As we have all seen, he used to come with a lot of poetries and a lot of shairis to counter the opponent and all. So in all, he never showed off as he was the great Prime Minister. He always was like a senior colleague.
Dinesh,
and he would call, take our advice and give advice and everything. So we'll miss him a lot.
Indeed.
Maybe the world will miss him.
For joining us and sharing your thoughts on the passing of Dr. Manmohan Singh. Thank you very much, Dinesh.
Thank you.
We're joined at this time by Ravi Shankar Prasad, the Member of Parliament from Patna. Ravi Shankar ji, your thoughts at a time when India is mourning the passing of Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Well, my earnest condolence on his passing away. He adorned many offices, including the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister, the Reserve Bank Governor, and many, usually Chairman. I had the privilege to work with him in the Parliament when he was the Prime Minister. I remember him as a man of few words, but a man who had depth, a man who had friends across the board. But yes, the period also saw a lot of scams in the country. I wish he would have handled it well. But he was an economist of great stature, lived his full life. My very deep condolences.
So, of all his many achievements over his several decades in public life, what would you rank as being the most significant, Ravi Shankarji?
Well, if you ask me, the most significant was his role as a finance minister under Narasimha Rao. Narasimha Rao ji gave him full backing, and he opened up India, which led to a lot of significant changes in the country. And today, when he is no more, I don't want to be critical, but maybe if he would have shown the same kind of a courage as a Prime Minister, India would have been different.
Ravi Shankarji, for joining us with your thoughts at a time when India mourns the passing of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Thank you very much.